Alrighty. So, in effort to continue talking about more things than just Monday Night Raw and the Rockets here on my YouTube channel, I am also going to start talking a little bit more about politics. Uh, I'm going to try. There's a Democratic Wharton County meeting on Saturday, and then the Republicans meet on Tuesday. I am going to try to go to both, um, as I still try to continue to figure out what party I actually belong in. Um, so the biggest thing I think in today's news cycle was the fact that pretty much Nancy Pelosi is canceling the State of the Union. Um, I honestly did not know that was even a thing that she could do. But apparently, as the leader and the Speaker of the House, that's a power that she has. So I learned something new today about politics in the United States. In her letter, I think she said it was but before Woodrow Wilson, presidents just used to, FedEx their stuff in. I know it wasn't FedEx, but it would have been funny. Uh, Bluetooth it in. So I think in the big scheme of things that it really is probably doesn't matter that much. Donald Trump could go to the networks and say, well, all right, I'll just have a State of the Union without going to Congress. I'll just do it in the Oval Office. And he'll probably blast Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats for the entire time. So it is interesting to see this massive power struggle between someone in Congress who represents a tiny district in California, and Nancy Pelosi, and then Donald Trump, who supposedly represents entire America. You just had these two people going back and forth, and I guess you can throw in Chuck Schumer as well, who is a senator, and he's the minority Senate leader from New York, I believe. So it is an interesting little power struggle between, I guess, the three. And um, it does suck to see them continually going back and forth. Excuse me, that was horrible. Because no one is getting hurt. The politicians are not getting hurt by this. The only people that are getting hurt are the fucking American people. Those are the only people that are getting hurt by these guys continuing to argue and bicker about a wall. A wall, a giant wall is the only thing that is keeping Congress closed and keeping important government branches from being funded. It is sickening that is the only reason that this is not working. And I will give it to Donald Trump, who seems like he would have had agreed to the Democrats' original proposal about funding everything but Homeland Security, and then pushing that out for 30 days and letting the two guys and letting the two parties kind of squabble about the wall funding, how much it gets, and stuff like that. But it was Nancy Pelosi who said that she wasn't going to give 1 cent towards the wall. So I mean, when you have negotiations like that, I mean, it's Democrat wall versus Republican wall, and no one's crossing. Someone needs to build a bridge and get over it. Dear Lord, someone needs to buy a tall ladder from Home Depot and go over both the Democrat and Republicans' walls. It's highly disappointing. I won't say who in my family is being personally affected by the government shutdown, but I do have someone in my family that has to work during this time. He is not getting paid. He still has to work. That's crazy town pants. That's insane. He doesn't have a second job. He's not doing anything else. He has to go into work every single day and work. That's crazy. One of the people that I am getting behind during this process is this the Democratic representative from New York, Alexandria Cortez Ocasio. I can't pronounce her name. Whatever. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. But if Congress was not getting paid during this standoff, things would look a whole lot differently. People would be doing their damnedest to try to get stuff done. Instead, like President Trump says, Congress goes home. 3 days during the week. They leave on the weekends. They don't do anything. They get to go home. They work. They get paid. There's people out there not getting paid and still being forced to work because they're deemed essential people. So, in the big scheme of things, the only people that are winning the war of Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi are Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi because everyone else is losing. I don't know if I believe in a wall. I don't know exactly where I stand on a wall. I feel like I could I could take it or leave it. The bigger issue is securing the border. Whether or not a wall is going to work, who knows? They build tunnels and go under the wall. They swim around the wall. There's ways to defeat a giant wall. I don't know. So that was one of the things that I found entertaining about politics today. We will see what happens if Nancy Pelosi continues to say that there will be no State of the Union until Donald Trump ends the stalemate between the two. It's really a stalemate between the two. Both parties have a stalemate. I really do think that, unfortunately, this will probably last a little bit longer. I feel that Donald Trump might be trying to hold out as long as he can until maybe like welfare and food stamp services start to run out, because as soon as that stuff starts to run out, then there is a lot more pressure on representatives to get stuff done, because then that's not just affecting federal employees, that's affecting a shit ton of other people. And until it starts affecting a shit ton of other people, unfortunately, there's probably nothing that's going to happen. So we will see what comes in the coming weeks, hopefully not months, of the government shutdown. But right now, it does not look like there's going to be an end anytime soon.